What's good, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video I want to talk about the state of Fortnite and kind of my thoughts on where Fortnite is and where I think it should go. But before we get into it, if you guys could go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, it's free, and go ahead and leave a comment on what you think the state of Fortnite is and if you're enjoying this new season of Chapter 6 Season 3. And let's go ahead and get right into it. So what the first thing I want to talk about is the map. I think there's a lot of locations in the map that are just kind of there that are useless. And also the big problem with the map is that there's not like guides. Unless you watch YouTube videos or you're on TikTok, the map doesn't tell you exactly where you should go to get the best loot. Now you can distinguish that by going to where the medallion is, and you know, obviously that'll give you the best loot, but there's a lot of competition and a lot of players that are going there. So if your goal is to win the match, going there isn't the best idea, because you're going to be trying to fight for your life to get loot, but then to officially, you know, shoot the NPC and actually get the good loot. So I think that the one thing that Fortnite could do better is figuring out how to have these cool POIs, but also teach players how to navigate those POIs and what they actually do, instead of having to go to a YouTube video or a TikTok. They need to have it in-game, because as a casual player who's coming back to the game, there's a lot of things that's changed. And, you know, someone who, let's be real, like, I'm not the best player, but I want to be good and I want to learn how to play the game. And when there's so much new stuff every time that the game comes, you know, every season, every couple weeks, like, it's frustrating trying to figure out, like, you know, especially playing with players that, you know, also don't care to be like the best. It's hard running into, you know, going to certain POIs and trying to figure out what's there and what, like, is good and what's not good. Maybe the POI that I'm consistently going to isn't good, but I don't know just by playing the base game, right? Like, I have to go to YouTube, I have to go to TikTok, and I have to research what's the best spots and what's the best places to go on the map. And I just think that Fortnite needs to do a better job of that. Secondly, and as you guys can see on the video right now, I'm destroying these kids because they don't have abilities. And that's my second point, is the pom-poms, the cube, the boost gloves, which I have, you know, the medallions. Like, all that stuff in the game is just unnecessary. I think that they need to separate, you know, they need to have a game, they need to have a core base game where, you know, you have the game and you have the abilities that allow you to move around the map. That's fine. Moving around the map is fine. But the bird hands, the pom-poms, the medallions, like, that doesn't need to be in the game, in my opinion, because as a casual player, like I just talked about, if I don't know where it's at on the map, or if I can't as a casual player easily get that, then it becomes unfair throughout the match. And I find myself a lot of the times jumping into this game, getting the bare loot, and then getting steamrolled because I'm running into people with all these abilities and all these medallions and overpowered weapons, these mythic weapons. Like, you know, I just recently found out after playing almost like a week of Fortnite that if I go up to one of the random NPCs in the map, that I can buy an exotic weapon. Like, why is that not known? Like, I unless I YouTube it or Google search it or TikTok it, I'm not going to be able to know that that is a very powerful weapon just at this NPC, and all I have to do is buy it. You know, I shouldn't have to do all that. And just back to my point is, like, as you can see behind, you know, the gameplay, I'm killing people. Like, this is going to be my 5th kill right here. And it's because they don't have abilities that are going to just melt me, or they don't have all the overpowered weapons. And I think that they need to have a specific playlist just for core Fortnite Battle Royale, right? Adding all these superpowers is cool, but have a different version, you know, have a Fortnite superhero version where, you know, to go into that, you're going to end up playing with all the different superpower abilities and all that stuff, because again, like I said, as a casual player, it's just very frustrating, right? And I think, you know, what they could do realistically is if they're going to have the superpowers in, let's say they want to have it in the regular battle royale, is they just need to have it in one location. That way they all know, right? But you can get these superpower abilities throughout the map, and I just don't think that, like, you know, yes, they're accessible, but yes, they're also not accessible because again, it's also based off random loot. So boom, right there, I get the bird, or not the bird, but the cape where I can fly, and that's fine because I can fly. The problem is that the ability, you can't be shot while you're in it. That doesn't make sense to me, right? Like, you should be able to always be able to be shot as long as you're moving in like a you know, a pattern, like a what am I trying to say? In, you know, an unpredictable pattern, right? Like the cube, you can still be shot on the cube, but you can also do things with the cube that allow you to avoid. So there's a balance there, right? And so the abilities are just, they're too much. They're too much for a casual player. And again, the game doesn't do a good enough job of telling you where that stuff is, or, you know, trying to teach you how to use it. It's just like, here you go. Hopefully TikTok or YouTube tells you how to use it, and it's like, that's the game. That's the game's job. The game should be able to tell you where this stuff is and how to use it, you know. And then thirdly, I think thirdly, you know, as a casual player right now, like with the fact that Fortnite is just updated so much, it's just hard to keep up with. And you know, one season might be good for me, another season might not be good for me. And the thing that's so frustrating with Fortnite is that it changes a lot too much. And I don't mind a change here and there, but like, it'd be nice to see those changes, if they're going to add a change, last for a couple months, right? And I think that there's like just too much change within a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks that, like, trying to stick on the game and keep up with every update is very frustrating for a casual player. You know, like, as you can see, like, the way I play, like, I'm almost playing like it's still back in 2020, 2000 and, you know, 18, 19, 20, when there wasn't that much movement and you had to use the you know, the cover around you to play the game. And at the end of the day, like, I understand that I have to adapt, but like I said, the game just doesn't do a good enough job of trying to teach you and keep you up with that. And I think if they could just do a better job of doing, like, training and teaching how to play the game when they make their own updates rather than relying on YouTube and TikTok, I think that would be better for the game for me. Now, to sum it all up, like, I'm going to try to get better at the game and try to use the abilities and learn where, you know, but that goes to, again, like, I got to go YouTube it and TikTok it, which I guess I'm okay with, but I would just say for the health of the game, they would do some form of that. Like, have a training simulator where, you know, like, the game pushes new players or players that haven't played in a while to go try that. And that way, when they go to play the game, they have a couple steps ahead rather than coming into the game blind, you know? Because now every season, you gotta YouTube it. You gotta go freaking watch Nick A30, or you gotta go watch Cypher on figuring out what the best, you know, drop is, or what the best, how to kill the bosses and stuff. It's like, you know, like, look, I know those are bots, but at the end of the day, like, I can kill them because they're not flying around in, you know, a cube or pom-poms or anything like that. So, you know, to wrap this video up, I appreciate you guys. I hope that you guys can understand. You guys leave in a comment below on what y'all think. Like, am I tripping? Like, are the pom-poms in the cube too much, or am I just is it the I need to get good kid type deal? So, with that being said, you guys go ahead and leave a comment below, again, what you guys think, can improve the game. I want to know, like, let me know if you guys think my ideas are good, or do you guys have any other ideas. And go ahead and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's free. All right, I really appreciate it. We're almost at 100 subscribers, so hitting that 100 would really mean a lot. And, you know, I'm trying to push out more videos, just trying to figure out, you know, my style of content. I'm a new content creator, so I'm working on what I like to do. Right now, I'm enjoying playing Fortnite, you know, just trying to figure out what it is. It is a little frustrating here and there, but with that being said, I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching the video. With that being said, see you guys in the next one. Peace.